First they criticize, then they copy. In this video, I'm reminding you to love yourself. Have confidence in yourself and your journey. Be proud of who you are. Don't try to be like anyone but yourself. Don't listen to these haters, these negative, miserable people, these frenemies that try to criticize you for how you dress, how you talk, your relationship, how you do business, how you express yourself creatively, only to copy you right after. Being able to grow up in an environment where you have the room to discover yourself creatively and learn about yourself and come into your own at an early age is a blessing. Not everyone has the blessing of having the freedom to experiment in different sports when they're younger, to experiment with different creative endeavors when they're younger. A lot of people grow up in hostile, restrictive environments. They may grow up with narcissistic parents. Not everyone had the opportunity to figure themselves out at a young age or build that level of confidence and self-esteem. So naturally, when you go to public school, when you go to camp, when you work at jobs, you're inevitably going to be around people that don't understand what it's like to be unique. They don't understand what it's like to really be you unapologetically. People will criticize you for being different, for talking different, for dressing different. But what you don't know is the only reason why they're pointing out those things in you in the first place is because they admire it. But instead of saying something positive to you, instead of complimenting you and exalting you, because they never received that level of love and support for themselves as a child, they don't know how to express that, right? They'll see somebody sticking out the crowd and automatically see it as, who do they think they are? Or automatically perceive it as being weird because they were never encouraged to be themselves. These are people that are chronically trying to fit in, chronically trying to people please. And if they're not trying to people please, they do the exact opposite and claim, oh, I don't have no friends. I don't like hanging out with women. I don't like being around people. I don't like people. I hate people, right? It's either one extreme or the next. They either try to be like everyone they're around or they hate people. They lack self-esteem. They lack confidence. Do not let these people say things to you that make you question your self-worth. Do not allow these people's miserable projections to make you view yourself in a different light. The only reason why that person is talking about your hair is because it stood out to them. The only reason why that person is talking about your clothes is because it stood out to them. The only reason why that person is talking about the way you speak or the way you draw or the way you sing is because it stood out to them. I mean, they really love it, but they don't know how to express that because growing up, they weren't allowed to be them. Right? First they criticize, then they copy. Have you ever had a friendship where your quote unquote friend always nitpicked at you. Why do you talk like that? Why do you walk like that? You talk like a white girl. You're a teacher's pet. You're too smart. You do everything perfect. What's wrong with you? Right? But give it maybe 1 or 2 years, they try to start doing things like you. Right? Give it 5 years, they damn near took your whole identity. Right? Now they want to do what you do as a career. Where before they were downing you for it. Now they try to completely imitate your whole personality. They try to imitate your whole identity. But we don't normally, we don't say anything about it because they say that imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but not when it comes from a hater. Right? Like if you admire me, you support me and you exalt me and you just happen to be inspired by me and you copy something that I do, I'll support it. But if you hated on me and you tried to make me feel bad about qualities in myself that I could not change, no, I'm not going to support you copying me. I'm not. Why? Because me supporting you is like putting my energy in a bottomless pit. It's like putting my energy in a black hole. When you try to show love to a hater, when you try to give your energy to a frenemy, your blessings do not multiply. Your blessings cannot multiply because that person does not want to see you successful. That person does not want the best for you. So you giving them all this support, all this love, they're just going to soak it up. And that's it. Them copying you is not necessarily the issue. It's them hating on you first and then copying you, which is the issue. Sometimes we may have a lot of remorse for these people because it's like, dang, they don't know themselves. They clearly don't love themselves. They were from a household that was a lot more hostile than me, right? They may have grown up with one parent. I had 2 parents growing up till I was 18. So yes, our upbringing was different. And yes, I have empathy and compassion, but no, I'm not going to give you my energy if you ever try to down me. Because what will that do for me? All of a sudden, do I think that you're just going to magically want the best for me just because you think that you can imitate my style and my personality? No, I don't. It can only get worse. Why? Because I'm going to keep advancing. And if you're copying me, you're always going to be 20 steps behind. So no, I don't think anything positive can actually come from that. First they criticize, then they copy. They have the nerve to try to make you feel bad about something that you cannot change, only to try to imitate it without giving you credit. That's not honorable. That's not honorable. That's disrespectful. How audacious of you to think that people are not going to notice that you're clearly inspired. How bold of you to think that you can try to replicate someone else's swag, someone else's style, someone else's expression, and think that you can do it better? You think that you're going to imitate someone's entire identity and then get their support after you've tried to down them? Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you are living your life coexisting with these copycats, with these energy vampires, with these bloodsuckers. Just understand that just because this person seemingly got their life together, seemingly got their self-esteem together, does not mean that they actually have internal peace. If this person still doesn't support you, if they still don't admire you out loud, if they still don't exalt you, but they copy everything you do, I promise you, you're keeping an enemy very close to you. You're keeping an enemy very close to you. This person does not plan on supporting you anytime soon. They don't plan on exalting you anytime soon. They don't plan on encouraging you to become the best you can be anytime soon. They just want to soak up as much information as they can. They want to soak up as much game and as much swag as they can. You pour into these people, you're going to realize you're going to get nothing back. You keep supporting these people, you're not going to get anything back. You keep exalting these people, you're going to start to feel like their parent. It's going to seem like you're constantly pouring into these people and all they do is soak it up like a child. We're all grown here. The only people that deserve that level of attention and undying forgiveness is our children, not another grown adult. So, once again, if you're allowing yourself to pour into someone who clearly is not going to reciprocate that energy to you anytime soon, you need to consider the possibility that you may be a people pleaser. Consider the possibility that you may have attachment issues. Consider the possibility that you just may have self-esteem issues and self-worth issues. No one deserves to have that level of toxicity around them when all they're doing is being a pure, loving person. No one deserves that. And if you're allowing that for yourself in your life, you need to cut it off. Exalt someone who exalts you. Support someone who supports you. Pour into someone who pours into you. Not someone that soaks up your energy, criticizes you, then proceeds to copy you. And these people will never give you credit. It's always someone random that quote unquote inspired them, right? It's always someone on Instagram that inspired them or someone that they met that inspired them. No, it was you. They don't want to say it because it hurts their pride. But it was you. They don't want to exalt you because they don't want to feel inferior to you. But even that is an illusion. If we feel inferior to another human being, do you know what type of low frequency we have to be on to even think that? Do you know how much self-hate one has to have to even think that? To be in that competitive, limited mindset? To be fearful of feeling inferior to someone, therefore you have to bring them down? That's some low vibrational shit. Like, that's some low vibrational shit. You don't deserve to have people like that around you. Get that energy from out of your life. Detox that negative energy out of your life, because whether you know it or not, it affects you on a subconscious level. No, you may not become them, but you will have a chip on your shoulder. You will start holding a grudge. You will start side-eyeing that person. You will start developing trust issues. Yes, that stuff does affect you on a subconscious level. No, you're not going to become a hater, but you will become self-conscious. You will become more insecure. So free yourself of that toxic energy, that toxic, negative, hater energy. If that's not how you are, you don't need that in your life. Getting rid of these people can't do anything but make you feel more at peace, more free, and more exalted. Get rid of all the frenemies and all the haters in your life. Because once again, you may not know it. You may not see it immediately or feel it, but it does affect you on a subconscious level. And it does block your blessings. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Turn on your notifications and send this video to anyone you feel like needs to hear this message. Always remember, grow in peace, and success is a journey, not a destination.